Okay, we'll try that again. Hey folks, welcome back. I don't know exactly what happened, but it just was a problem. And I tried to call Daryl back a couple times and it says he's not online, although he says he is. I'm calling you right now. And it just sits there and beeps and beeps and beeps, and then it says Daryl is not online. Alright. Well, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, not to make it a total loss. Yeah, see, it just says Daryl isn't online. Try Skype to phone. No. So I'm not sure what's going on. You guys are seeing me just fine. You're hearing me just fine. So the internet's working fine. So I guess we're just gonna move forward. Daryl, I'm sorry, don't know what to say. I tried calling you 3 times and it doesn't connect. So maybe once this is done, I'll reboot and maybe that'll work. But anyway, let's pick up and see what we're looking at. Okay, right now this is Messier 41 in Canis Major. It's a beautiful cluster. Let me see if I can show you here. All right, the cluster is right down below Sirius. Here's Sirius, Dog Star, and then this is the cluster. All right, and it's also known as the Little Beehive. Now, I used a spectral filter just to kind of show a few things, but I probably should have picked a cluster with fewer members in it because this can get confusing. What you'll notice though is here's a orange star, markedly orange, and if you look at the main frequency coming at us, it's in the reddish region of the spectrum. Okay, stars that are hotter are going to be more blue and they'll show up in the blue end of the spectrum, but the red ones, well, those you'll see very bright in the red part of the spectrum, and that's something we can do. We can actually, and I'll just show you real quick, zoom in here. It's hard to see, but I don't know if you can see the little vertical lines in here. These vertical lines are called absorption lines, and I can take these spectra and put them in a program I have that my friend Tom wrote, Tom Field, and it's called RSpec, and I can do these, look at the spectra and actually calculate exactly what kind of star it is. You know, so I don't anticipate that we won't be able to do that. We won't do it tonight though, because right now I'm happy to just be running, and for Daryl, I'm looking at him right here. Let me go back and call you one more time, Daryl. See if you're around. Okay. It's just giving me that basically the Skype busy signal. And it says that you're not online. Anyway, that's how that's working for tonight. We'll figure it out. So I guess, Daryl, you won't be able to join us tonight, I guess. All right. So, that said, we're going to come out of here now. I'll just save it one more time. Oh, I already saved it, sorry. And then I'll save exactly a scene. Overwrite that, yep. Alright. And we'll come out and we're gonna change the we'll change the filter. Change it from spectral to the UHCS so you can actually see the star cluster. And then we'll back out a little bit. And I'm gonna make us go down to our 1 second low light shot here. And then we can pop it up, and now you see the cluster. There it is, the little beehive. And you'll notice through that red star that we looked at, there was a red star here, red star there. These two stars showed a markedly more red part of the spectrum because most of their light's being given off toward the red end of the spectrum, which is a cooler part of the spectrum. The blue is the hotter region of the spectrum. Okay, so that's M41, and what we'll do is, and a nice thing is that it's actually calming down out there. The wind was really pretty raucous earlier, but it looks like it's calmed down. So I'm going to give this just a 15-second exposure, and let's see how many of these we can get. And I got to go into our guiding system here and see if I can get a guide star. It may not happen. Yeah, well, yeah, we don't have a guide star right now, but are we actually seeing this here? That's the one thing. Let's go into our live stack. Look at that. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, we got to get rid of this over here. This is up too high. There we go. Okay, so very nice. So that's the cluster of just the regular stars. And it's we still have a little bit of red background. That's the latent final light of sunset. It'll get darker in a little while. So what happened was, when I started up, the main computer that I'm running on, I got a big curved screen. I've got the observatory feed on this side. I've got the broadcast screen on this side. The broadcast software was went haywire on me, and it just wasn't working. So I didn't know why. So hey, you know, it works sometimes. Most times, I don't know what it did, but I tried to use a different process to do it this time, and I think I was successful. Let me pull that down. That's more like it. You'll also notice a couple of insects flying around in the building here. Yeah. Yeah, M41. Beautiful, beautiful. And look, we're guiding, obviously. So last night, David from Starizona went all the way out to the observatory for us, and he aligned the telescope perfectly. He said it was incredible how well it was aligned, and so that means that by alignment we have to make sure that the axes are pointing in the right direction. Like, we have a north polar axis. That north polar axis has to point right at the actual northern celestial north, not at the North Star, at the northern pole, right? And to do that, you have to do a little calculation. And so when you actually go in and calculate, Polaris will be off to the side somewhere, and it depends on the time of day, time of year, and so forth. And that'll put Polaris at different points in a clock circle, basically. So you start with Polaris right in the center, and then you move it to that particular clock position for that exact time of your night, and that tells you, all right, that puts the mount at the celestial North Pole. Sam S says, Are you not in Swamp? Yes, I am. I'm in Green Swamp server. You can see it right here. There it is, right there. So I am indeed in Green Swamp. You see the motors that are on the system. All right, and this is the orientation we're looking at right now. Okay, there's the telescope in the building. Okay, the motors in Green Swamp server are the firmware, the software, the internal program that runs them was outdated. So the telescope was hanging and slewing all by itself, and I thought, oh no, I got a bum mount. And then somebody in the Green Swamp forum said, hey, upgrade the firmware. You have 3.14, the version of the firmware. And they said, it's up to 3.39. And I said, okay. So I upgraded the firmware, which was a bit of a task. I had to go find the firmware. Then you had to download it, get a firmware loader, get the right firmware loader, and then go ahead and load. And I did, and it ended up working great. So I've had zero problems right now with this, and I'm hoping that that's what we're going to see. So I do want to say hello while we're catching a few more light rays here. I want to say hello to folks. I want to say hi to Daryl, first of all. Daryl, he's a trooper. You know, we tried to get going. I don't know why it says he's offline, but it says he's offline. I don't know if that's not true. I know it's not true. So bottom line is that we couldn't actually get him in the stream tonight, and that was just kind of bad. You know, I just tried calling him again, and it just outright says Daryl is not online. It didn't even do the beeping. You know. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Daryl was right. He did mention M41. He's the one that suggested it. And as you can see, it doesn't disappoint. It's a beautiful cluster in the winter sky. Okay. All right. So let's we've got 17 here. Well, let's see if it'll go to 18. Yeah. Okay. 18. So what we're going to do is I'm going to change it so it doesn't say spectrum because I'm not doing the spectrum anymore. I also have a spectral, an actual spectrometer behind me that I want to put in that observatory out there, and we'll get it there. Okay, okay, M41, there we go. Now, it may complain because I changed the name. Okay, good, it didn't. All right, so let's save exactly as seen. All right, and that's good. So now what we'll do is we'll come out of here and go into our low light mode. All right, and let's increase the size here. All right, so Messier 41 is beautiful, but you know, no night is complete without going up into Orion, right? So I think we'll just do that just to show you how the Orion Nebula looks in this telescope. With the other telescope, you know how it's small and you can even see the Running Man above it, right? And you can see both in the same view. Not so with this. This has even a far better view because we now can see the entire nebula. There it is. As you can see, the alignment looks good. Okay, so and there's some wind out there too, you'll notice as it's moving around. Well, that's wind doing that. I don't have the weather station that Ray donated to us out there yet, but we will get it out there. Let's move this up here. All right, one more. Okay, let's go see if we can find a guide star in here. We'll stop that. And that's our view. We'll see if we can grab us some guide stars. Okay, we got a guide star. And we're guiding on it. All right, so now we're guiding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a... well, first of all, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of this to show you the trapezium in here. This is the trapezium in the middle. Let's go zoom in. All right, you can see the 4 stars. There's actually more than 4 in here. These are very, very hot young stars, and they're responsible with the others for lighting up this nebula, okay, and causing it to glow. So this part in here, there's a lot of O3, which is doubly ionized oxygen. There's a lot of ionized hydrogen, which is this red stuff. And let's now just start an image and see if we can grab one. We only need to do about, say, 20 seconds. It's going to totally overexpose the core, but that's okay. We're going to look at all the environments around, all the environs around here. Okay, and we are on our UHCS filter, which is our image. It actually helps us get hydrogen alpha, oxygen 3, which is the doubly ionized hydrogen oxygen, and the sulfur 2 lines. Look at that. What a difference, huh? What a difference. Wow. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is we're going to stack this. Let me drop this out of here. We don't need that. And then we get the proper colors. You can see the oxygen 3 has the characteristic teal color. Quite lovely. Look at that beautiful nebula. I'm going to zoom out now so you can see the whole frame. So that's the frame. That's how much of a field of view we have. It's so much more magnified. Really nice. All right, so you'll notice up here we have this dark dust in here, and this grain you see here, this graininess, will disappear as we get more of these images captured. So we're guiding just fine on this star here. That's fantastic. I've been playing with the aggression parameters, and I've settled on 60 and 60 for those that know this software, PhD 2. You'll notice there's the star it's guiding on, and I don't know why it comes and goes, but then it stays locked on. That's something else. I think it has to do in part because of something called dark frames. I haven't done the dark frames for it yet. I have to be there to do it because I literally have to cover the end of the scope. I do have a dark filter in the filter wheel, so we can go all black to do dark frames for the main camera, but this guiding camera is in front of the filter wheel setup, so it sees the raw data with no filter, and you want that when you're actually looking at a night sky full of stars. You want, for guiding, you want that. All right, let me finish coming down here. As I said, I want to say hi to everybody that was here. And Michael Hedrick was here, Cosmic Ray, Carl Becker, and Daryl's calling me now. How about that? Can this work? Let's find out. All right, can you hear me? All right. All right, you hear me good. Okay, let me see if I can bring you in. Are you in here? No. So you called me, it was no problem, right? Daryl, nobody can hear you yet. Wait 1 second. Oh, jeez. I didn't want you to do that, Daryl. Okay. We'll try it. We'll call him now. Oh. Okay, now it's connecting.
Hello.
All right, now you're with us again, and you're broadcasting, so that's good.
Okay. Hello again, everybody. Share your screen, please.
Yeah, if I want to. Yeah, I will. Let's make sure it works this time. All right, that should be this guy right here. Okay, you see it?
Yes, I do.
All righty. Well, very good. Let's all welcome back Daryl. Yay, welcome back.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to finish doing my hellos while we're catching more stuff here. It's only, see at my PhD, we're getting some wind out there because although we're centered, it's still violating the, hold on. I have to go here and I'm going to raise this because I can. Alright, I can raise this because I forgot the higher focal length, these numbers go higher, and I forgot to raise it, so we should start getting greens on the next image here. We're getting a little elongation, tiny bit, but look at the tiny stars. Look at the little ones there. Very nice. Alright, that was too high, so the wind is blowing out there right now. So above the dotted line, that's pretty much wind. Okay. All right.
So
yeah.
So you looked at my Messier 41 without me.
I did. Well, I had Messier 41 when you connected originally, and then my machine decided to go belly up on me. So it was still in there.
I thought it was my fault.
No, I never said that.
It's always my fault.
I wouldn't blame it on you. Well, I mean, I would if you wanted me to, but it's probably not a good idea.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I think I said hi to most of you before, so.
And I still didn't finish going through. So I will say, hey, Stan, we have it figured out. It's all aligned, Stan. He asks, we have it figured out. It's all aligned. It was done last night. Look at, we got an issue there. The problem we had, I unstacked it so we can actually recover. So the issue we had was without the guidance, we were actually having more trouble getting a guide star to hold true. Luckily, it did, and so we are now able to guide a little better. But with the wind, we have to wait for the wind to calm down. See, we have some greens now. That's good. This is our threshold. We got 3 greens. So we're getting the good guidance there. But you'll notice this particular camera combination with this, you really can zoom in far. Look at this beautiful dark dust color. Look at those wisps. Now the details in here were lost to us with the wide angle field of view because we just couldn't see all this detail. It was sort of muddied. You know, when you zoomed in too far, it didn't look very good, you know. So now we actually have the ability to do this. We also, because it's not a wide field system, we don't have those big halos around the stars that come as a penalty of having a wide field system. So we didn't have that, but we don't have those. So we're good. We're good with that. Now, I'm going to guess that we're going to be able to pick up more and more images here. You can see this is a beautiful region. Look at that right there. You see this dark dust, right? And you see that the dark dust, instead of scattering the starlight, it's simply reflecting it like a normal dust cloud reflecting light. You can see that. Now this is light years long right here. So if there's a planet system, a planetary system in here, a stellar system that is conducive to life, inside this dark dust cloud, it may be protected to some extent from the ultraviolet energy from the trapezium right here. But make no mistake, the trapezium will certainly be visible deep inside the darkest recesses of this cloud. But the ultraviolet energy may not reach a planet system that's just forming in here if there's one. Now, one of the things we know about the Orion Nebula is that there are not just planets, but rogue planets. Those are planets that have no star. And they've identified some potential rogue planets within Orion. And I think that's actually pretty cool. You can understand this dark dust, and Daryl's probably heard all this before too. The dark dust will coalesce, and if there's enough hydrogen, it'll form a star. But if there's only enough dark dust to make, say, planets, it might make some planets. But they have no star, so they're just winging their way through the cosmos. 9 stacks so far. This is, look at that, Daryl. Look how beautiful it is. I'm only at 55% on the on this sensor. I can go even more. That's 80% right there. 82%.
Your comments about ultraviolet being shielded reminded me of something. I think it was Anton Petrov had a video in just the last day or two. I haven't watched it, so I got to give him credit. But the title is "White Dwarfs Are a Great Place for Exoplanets." And while maybe that's the case, I would think the radiation off a white dwarf would sterilize any planets.
Yeah, it might be great for exoplanets, but it's not great for life-bearing exoplanets.
Yeah, well, that's kind of my point.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, that's just in passing.
Okay. I'm going to raise my threshold just a tiny bit more.
I see Barney Gumble.
Hey, Homer, look, a peanut. Hey, Barney.
See, he's right there above center.
If you say so.
He's belching as usual.
One of these days, you're going to have to draw a picture and show me where you see it. I mean, is this the open mouth?
That's the mouth. His chin is below it. His nose and his eyes are just to the upper right and right.
So is that the eye?
No, the dark space is his eye.
This here?
The dark space to the right.
This?
That's his eye. The big dark space is his mouth open while he's belching. You don't see that?
I do see that. Yeah, I see that now, but where's the rest of his head? Up there?
No, he's kind of looking up, so his head would be, the rest of his head is below him.
Oh, so this is his head right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
that's his chin right there.
This is his chin right here.
Well, the bright white part.
Oh, this?
Immediately below the lower edge of his mouth, that's his chin and his jaw. That.
Okay. I don't think I'm the only one that doesn't see it.
I see it.
I thought I saw
all
it.
That matters.
All right. Okay, finishing up, I want to say hi to Michael Hedrick and Carl Becker and I said hi to you, Daryl. You know, but then Alicia is here. Alicia Vieras, how are you? Alicia, you getting excited about going to Arizona and hanging out with Marianne? Marianne's in bed. She's actually took a very long flight back to Arizona today from New Jersey, where she was with her brother. 2 brothers, actually, Dennis and Anthony. And so hopefully you're getting excited about heading out there. And let's see, we've got, she's Alicia. We had Stuffy. We had, I thought I saw Daisy and Zoe too. Kurt, what's happening, man? Nice to see you, Kurt. Tiffany Echo, hi there. How are you? All right, good to see you as well. Genghis is with us. Hein Sherry is with us. Nice to see you. Sam S. Donald Kunzer is with us. Kate Lawler, hey, nice to see you. Thanks for coming, Kate. Blues Traveler, haven't seen you in a while. How are you, man? And he says, she, I'm not sure, Blues Traveler, if you're male or female, but 20 atoms per square DIE. I don't know what that means. It's supposed to be square centimeter, or size of a sugar cube, anyway. It's about 30 atoms per cubic centimeter, and that's considered relatively dense for a cloud of dust. But they can be locally denser, especially if they're gravitationally collapsing clouds. But that's actually the number that's pretty well agreed upon. And let's see. Goblin's with us. Hey, Goblin.
Boy, is the wind so bad out there?
Yeah, it's blowing right now. We still managed to get 16 frames, though. And when it jumps way up high like this, okay, up in there, that's wind. We have these desert winds that come in just after sunset, which is now. But if you notice, we're unaffected by it because we just filter those out. It takes us a little longer to get a good result, but this is a quite good result. Yeah, see, we got a green back now. So we're up to 17 shots. Let's actually see about getting our identification here. So this is the Great Nebula in Orion. That's going to be right here. Right, and we're going to save the image with annotations. So actually, if you go look, you can see what these things are. I like doing that. All right, and now that we have it, I'm going to drop that because we don't want that. And then I'm going to take and... where are we looking here? Oh, I forgot to take our Great Nebula in Orion and set the target name. There we go. Yeah, that's right. I do that sometimes. All right.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
I was mistaken. Okay, now we can save it. Alright, so that's going to our Great Orion Nebula. That's the FITS file. That's the astronomical file format. If you are so inclined, you can take that for free. You can take the PNG file for free. This is what that will look like. I'll show you. Okay, this is what's going up to the server. It'll be there in about 30 seconds. Oh, it looks like I've got a dragged out line in there. Let me see if I can unstack that. Oh, it was one of the previous ones I missed. In the middle of an exposure, the wind dragged out and nailed us. That's okay. I can clear it and try again. And meanwhile, we'll think about something else to go look for. We're over here in Orion. Oh, you know what we could try tonight? We could try the Flame Nebula tonight. While we're here. Yeah, see that it's not, I don't like that. Let's see where we are. Yeah, not good. All right, so let me try this. Oh, I can't see that actually. Yeah, too faint. How about here? Maybe here. All right, so it's guiding on that. And let's see what we get. Well, we got 2. As you can see, the brighter the nebula, the better it looks. I want to point something else to you, and it's a little further south down here, but we can always look at it at another point. You know, I wonder how the boogeyman would look in this. It'd be massive in here.
Yeah.
You could probably only get this much of it, you know, the rest of the trail on out. Thank you, by the way, guys, for coming over and grabbing the new stream. I apologize for that snafu with the computer. Yeah. Oh, thanks for putting up the link, too.
Sure.
All right, let's see now. Cosmic Ray says he's doing Thor's helmet right now. Look at it, it's already looking good. Let's go look at our next target while this is cooking. All right, let's see. Oh, I know. Want to go look at the Christmas tree cluster or Hubble's variable nebula?
I think you told people you were going to look at the flame.
Yeah, but I'm just building our list of stuff for tonight.
Well, all the usual stuff over there to the east of Orion, I suppose.
I guess, yeah. So,
Are you going to do the horse head? That one was impressive as heck on the scope.
it was, wasn't it? But that took a long time to capture. I was literally on it for about 45 minutes to catch that. Donald, it was not 9 Inch Nails. Okay. Alright, so this is good. Now we can actually save this like this. Save exactly a scene. Okay. So digging through Orion, we'll come back to this at some point for sure. Look at that beautiful core of the nebula right there. Wow, that's really something. Let's get our low light mode going again. All right, and the Orion Nebula is a very bright nebula. It's like the only one you can really see with your naked eye in the northern hemisphere, I think.
Because of how dark your sky is.
Yeah.
The ancients could see, they could see Messier 8, I think. They could see Praesepe.
We could see 33, Triangulum Galaxy, Andromeda Galaxy. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's go here. Stop this for now, because we're not going to guide anymore right now. We're going to just go get our new location. Okay, let's go here. And first things first, we have, of course, Casper. We will we'll go to Alnatok right here. And, well, you could probably go right to the flame, but let's go to Alnatok, because that'll be instructional to show you how we don't have those big halos anymore. So we're moving up to Alnatok now. Oh, it's doing a rotation. I want to show you what it's doing here. It's rotating around so that it can see Alnatok. Okay, this is the camera end of the telescope.
Doing a Meridian flip.
It is indeed. It's doing a Meridian flip. When it did that the first time, it scared the heck out of me, because I was like, what's it doing?
Daisy and Zoe remind me, they said there's a new moon tonight. I think we may have touched on this the last stream.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a total lunar eclipse the night of March 13th/14th.
That's right.
It's going to be well visible from here in North America.
You should see it here.
It is going to be late at night.
Oh, that's right, too.
Yeah, unfortunately, we go back on daylight savings time on March the 9th. Otherwise, it would, here in Mountain Time, totality would begin right about midnight. But with daylight savings time, totality in the Mountain Time zone is going to be 1 a.m.
Okay.
And even later if you're farther east, like 3 a.m. if you're in the Eastern Time zone.
Here, yeah.
2 a.m. in the Central Time zone, and midnight from the West Coast. But if you can stay up late, it should be a heck of a show. It's going to be a very good total eclipse.
Yeah.
Total lunar eclipse.
That's fantastic. I see 0434. Just out of view. Okay, let's go find it. Okay.
The horse head?
Well, I was trying to find where I get some more stars so I can do this. Meridian flip, it's not as accurate, you know, and so you got to kind of realign things. Not realign, but replate solve. So let me do this. I'm going to now go back and do that. Let me do this here. Let me use this. Okay. Tools, plate solve and resync.
Well, you told the computer IC 434, and that's the horse head.
Yeah. And now what I'm doing is, because it's right there. So what I've done is I've actually locked onto it, but and that's good. So now we're resynced with it. But now I can go to Alnatalk, and it's probably going to show right up in the view. So there it is, dead center.
Yep.
And now what we can do is move Alnatalk down to about here, and we'll have our flame nebula right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I just have to, again, figure out which way to move things, because the axes aren't aligned like they were on the other scope. I'm going to change that too. I'm going to set it up so that everything is aligned up and down. So left and left is left, right is right, that kind of thing. And so this is going to go here. All right. And I think, is this the one I want? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, right there. All right, so we have a flame right here. So let's go look and see if we have some guide stars that we can utilize. Okay, that's Alnatalk's glare. And let's see if we got some stars. And it's something I have yet to figure out with this.
Won't it lock onto a good star automatically, or
Should.
you can designate which star you'd like?
I could, and usually, like if I want to designate a star, then I just click this with the shift key held down, and then I can go over here and say I want a guide on that star right there. And then I can say guide, and that becomes my guide star, and you can see it here. And so it's moved into the center, but because it's not really that bright, it may have a problem staying there because it seems like the brightness is constant. It needs to have a centroid. You can see it kind of goes up there. So we'll see. Let's see what that does. All right. So now what we'll do is we're going to do a 25-second shot here. All right, so under that conditions, it's going 25 seconds. We're gonna go into our deep sky mode now. I mean, it's all stuff I'm still getting used to. It was a whirlwind 4 days installing all of this. Let's see. Did this... Okay. I don't see the flame. Oh, I wonder if I've got... okay, see where I am? Went the wrong way, didn't I? How could that be? Well, let's go here. See, there's the flame. Let's do this. We're gonna move over and clear this. Get out of that and come back in here and try and find stuff again. Okay, we have a star here. Well, let's see.
So,
yeah,
were you moved to the upper left of where you saw Allen attack? With the way the camera's rotated, you probably need to actually go to the lower left.
I didn't think so. I'm not rotated, so to speak, because I didn't expect to see. I'm wondering if that's the star we're looking at right there, actually, right here. But we're gonna try this. I'm not sure, Daryl. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna do this. Let me try this. That should be a good star to guide on. Apparently not. Doesn't like that star. Nope, didn't like that either. Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing it. I think once I get the dark frames, it's going to be so much easier. But I'll try to do the bright star, but it's not typically the one that you would use, because it'd be too big. So what I can do is drop my exposure time. Let's try going down to 1 second. Alright, and do this again. Stop guiding on that. It's guiding on nothing right now. I talked with David yesterday when he was out there, and I said, I might want to just get a regular guide scope. I mean, I can calculate what I got to use for a guide scope. That's not a big deal. Alright, so let's try. Well, there's the flame, see? It is in there. You can see how it's angled. I was looking at that. I was going the wrong way.
So what direction is that from on attack?
On attack's right here.
Oh,
So it's rotated
yeah.
because we did a meridian flip. Okay, let's that is beautiful though. I mean, it'll get prettier and prettier and prettier, but I have to we got to make sure we can stack more than a couple frames here. All right, so let's actually go into the stack. I'll get rid of this. All right. Yeah, let's bring that down to here. Let's say if that looks good, we can just run with that and see if that'll go. All right, the next one's coming in. Let's see what it does. Out of the range.
The whole flame is rotated.
Yeah.
Usually when we've seen it before, the dark stem there is kind of toward the bottom or the bottom left.
Yeah.
Right now it's pointing to the upper right.
Yeah. I'm going to try going 2.5 seconds. Okay, there's 2.5 seconds. Let's see if that helps with the star selection. That's not guiding on a star, and we'll lose that very quickly. See, that's why I need the dark frames done. See, it gets rid of the noise in here. It won't guide on hot pixels. But and the field rotator would allow me to actually allow me to come in here and rotate the field, like we can make the flame upright, for instance. Let's get rid of the graph for now so I can increase the size of my field. All right.
Donald, it's not a matter of the operating system. It's like a mechanical thing with the telescope mount itself. Hello, Django.
Hey, Mr. Django, what's up? That's Steven Smet from Belgium. Nice to see you, man.
German equatorial mounts don't like crossing the Meridian, the north-south line that runs straight overhead. They like to be either west of or east of the body of the mount, west of or east of to the Meridian. If it crosses the Meridian, it gets to be in an unhappy place.
Yeah, plus you got to be careful about equipment that you're hanging off the back.
Oh yeah.
The equipment can strike the pier, and oh boy, that won't be fun. Okay.
Doesn't the Meade do a Meridian flip also?
No, the Meade's a fork mount.
Well, yeah, but still. Anyway.
Okay, let me... Well, that one guide.
As far as the operating system goes, well, it's what's telling the mount to do a Meridian flip, but the point of it is to protect the mount and the telescope.
Right.
And all that expensive equipment bolted to it.
Yeah. And that's why this 3D representation here is very nice, because all our gear is hanging off this way. It's nowhere near the pier. And that's very helpful, and the guiding isn't working on this. Well, I'm calibrated too, so I don't know why it's... Well, I mean, again, dark frames are probably extremely important here to do. Well, we're going to try this one. That one, can't lose that one now. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, we're dead center in that. It's called a centroid, that bright spot. So we should be able to... No, we didn't get it. Oh, maybe because we're just a little too low. I'll raise it up just a tad. I'm not used to the full width f maximum being that large. Usually it's like between 6 and 8 at the most. Oh, see, now that falls under and it didn't do it. Why? I don't get it. So we're going to do it again. Hey, Sheldon Harrison, how you doing? Okay. Let's make sure that it keeps going. All right. Bring this over a little. Oh, see, we're already... I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, well, it's a little outside my range, so that could be. I'll still be round, so let me tweak it up just a little. No, see, that's in the range, and it's not doing it. That means that the wind is blowing, and these stars were not round. Yeah, see, this is not working. Okay. Don't know what to do. That's not working. I guess we'll try something else. Let's see. Let's go up to the Christmas tree cluster. Why not? Because why not? And let's see where we are. Right, so it's right there. Look at the wind, see that? See the wind kicking around like that? That's bad. Alright. Oof. That's windy. No wonder we're not getting anything.
You know, I looked at the forecast for Belden earlier tonight, and
Benson,
sorry, said winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, which is typical there.
yeah, it's way more than that.
Yeah.
When I was there, it was definitely not 5 to 10. It was really quite a fierce wind. And of course, the telescope is sticking up above, and it's like a big, it's got that shield on the end of it, dust shield. All right, let's see here. Let's center that. All right, let's go here. I'm over in dryers. I don't want to be there. I want to be Christmas tree. That's more like it. All right. So let's settle in here and see if we can guide in here. Let's see now. Where'd it go? I already had it. I just don't understand why it doesn't. None of these stars are good enough for it. I just don't get it. I'm gonna go down to 1 second here. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't understand. PhD 2 is not picking up a star. I mean, if anybody's got ideas out there, I've never used this, so I don't know. I did calibrate. I mean, you gotta get a star to calibrate, and then if you can't calibrate, well, why are these stars not good enough? Let's go to 1 second. Maybe they're too big. Wow. Well, we'll try it. I'm not going to get the same results, but let's find out. Let's go to 25 seconds with this. This is the Christmas tree cluster. Actually, it's going to be down here. But the fox fur, we'll see some of the fox fur. Trying to figure out which way it's angled. It's probably going to be over here, actually. We shall see. Hey, but you know what? I'm taking you guys with me as we do this get to know you. Okay, that's what we got. I want to be up there. All right, so let's do that. Let's bring ourselves up there.
Michael H says, "You are on LX mode? ? What's that?"
Oh, that's just a mode where if you type in 1, it'll say 1 second. That's immaterial here. Thank you. This one? Wrong one. This one. All right. I want that bright star in here. And then we'll go here. And then the fox fur will be up in here. One more jog. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go back in here and see what we have anew for. Okay, and here we go again. I mean, that looks like a star you can guide on, just right there. Perfect. Let's guide. Let's stay on it. Okay. Now, let's do a 25-second shot here. And we'll go into our live stack. We should still be on that. That's a... Oh, how about that? We're not even on it. How is that it doesn't do that? I don't understand that. How does it lose that? Yeah, see? All right. That's good. Okay, maybe we're locked now and it'll be good.
Stan says you need a better guide scope to get smaller, crisper stars.
Well, I was talking to David yesterday about maybe refocusing that. But this is the ZWO 174 mm. It's a guide camera. Oh, I know. Stan, I went with the OAG, which is off-axis guider for the rest of you, because I thought that would be a nice, efficient solution. But I will just get a guide scope, and I could use that 174 mm as the guide camera. Look at that, see? That ain't good. The wind blew it over, and it got perfectly round stars, but slightly unregistered. It doesn't know.
Michael asks, what is the name of this software capture again?
This is Sharp Cap. Sharp Cap. Okay, so there is the Christmas tree cluster. The blue reflection nebula is beautiful. This is the Foxfur Nebula. It'll come in a little while here. There's a lot going to be hidden in the background. There's a lot going on back there. That's the over-processing. Let's make sure we're still good. Oh, come on. How in the world does it lose that? You can't miss that. Wait, tools. All right. Okay, this should be... This should allow us to get our... There's the fox fur coming in. It really looks pretty there. Yeah, we got our fourth one now. That might work. Got to keep in mind we're also dealing with the wind, so the wind is kind of crippling us a little bit as well. We are up on a plateau at 3,600 feet. So it actually gets cold in there at night when it's 80 down in, you know, like Phoenix or whatever. Out here in Benson, 3 hours away, up on the top of the plateau, it's going to be, you know, 60 and then 55, you know. Yeah, okay. I think we're still good here. Yeah, we're still going. Alright, I think we got a solid star here. Anti-backlash. You know what? Oh, see? I gotta unstack that one. Watch. There. So what happens is the wind pushes the scope a little bit, and that probably knocked off our guiding too. Yeah. It did. Let's see if it'll pick that star again. Nope. Alright, we'll come back to it. And say, yeah. I mean, even if I had a guide scope, I mean, we're still looking at PhD as the guider program. Now, why is it doing that when it's guiding fine? I don't know. I've watched all kinds of shit. See, look at that. That's bad again. That's the first one. Why is it not unstackable? Why is it saying I can't unstack it? Look at that. What's that garbage? Okay. Too many unanswered questions tonight, guys. I have too many unanswered questions, so I'm unable to fulfill the proper SkyTour live stream experience for you. Wait, look at that. That's just wickedly bad. Okay. Okay.
Is that all wind?
Yeah, well, that's what the wind did to it, yeah. If we just sit here, you can watch I'll just let it sit. You'll watch. You'll see the stars are going to move around on us. Remember the exposure we're doing. This is 1 second exposure here. I do know that last night, as the night wore on, I was doing this testing. I had no problem getting stars, no problem getting photos. In fact, Daryl saw some of the ones I took, and I made them all. I made them all short stacks, only a few, like 4, 5, 6, and there was 0 errors. Yeah. So we don't even have a guide star here, so let's just do this. Let's say this. This is, they say start with 2 seconds, typically in here. We'll see a few more of these stars will get brighter. There we go. And then I can try and Okay, so that's... I'll get that one down there, and that one there. So this is multi-star guiding. That's what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, well, might as well give it a shot. See what happens. Michael Galea, how you doing, man? We are actually, we're putting this through sea trials right now, the new system. So you're gonna hear us complaining about things that aren't working right and stuff like that. But we crossed a major bridge into. See, that's not good. We crossed a major bridge yesterday in getting it fully aligned, which is good. Alright, let's see. We lost all our guide stars apparently. Of course we did. Alright. Let's stop the guiding because it's not working anyway. What is that? Oh, sorry. That's blowing out your eyes. Alright. If there's no wind, the guiding will be perfect, and that's what's nice, you know. I mean, a little bit of wind is okay, but when you get like we have gusts that occur out there. Sometimes we'll get you'll be sitting there, it's nice and calm, and all of a sudden, whoa, where'd that come from? And if it's constant, that's actually helpful. If it's a constant wind, then the telescope can manage. But if it's a gusty wind that changes, like it does on some nights, it changes direction too. That's a problem. So right now, look, three stacked with no frames rejected. So we might, and I could be speaking too soon, we might be at a point where the telescope has reached a
equilibrium.
Well, let's see here. This is. Oh, why is that? Yeah, see, it should know. Let's try this.
Is there a limiting magnitude or any setting to
for the guide camera?
Yes.
No. I mean, within Sharp Cap there might be something, but I think that's what you're talking about. But I think Sharp Cap wants to have the smallest, sharpest possible star. And I'm kind of crippled right now because, and Cosmic Ray offered a good suggestion, which I can actually implement pretty quickly. I do have a cover for the end of the telescope, so I could actually get someone to go up there at night and put the cover on. I could do my dark frame, get my dark frame library, and we would be good. Now see, so what happens is the wind takes it away, and then I can't do it. But I'd probably get better stars if I could actually have a dark library so that all this grain would be gone. You would just have the stars.
I meant in the guiding software there, PhD 2.
Yeah, I know he did that. I picked up on that after. Yeah, but I got to do dark frames though to get rid of this grain here, because sometimes it doesn't know the difference between a star and this noise. So with the dark frames, you're just going to see stars. You're not going to see this stuff back there, and that makes it so much easier. And the stars stand out. And my understanding is it would be a lot easier, and that's terrible. Interesting. When you get more than one image, the last image you can unstack if it made an error. but the unstack wasn't even highlighted, so I couldn't even do that. But that's a lot of wind out there to be causing this. It's already moving off. Look at that. Hold on. Let me bring up the graph again. Oh yeah. Okay, now let's do this. Let's increase the aggression to 80 on declination and on right ascension back there. So let's see if that helps us. I realize that's blown, so okay. Dancing around, man. Okay, there's one. Let's try that. Oh, it went away. There we go. Let's try that and see what that does.
What did the red?
Look at the wind. What's that?
What did the red and blue lines it was showing represent?
Oh, that was the corrections in declination and right ascension. And so that's what these lines are.
Simon Thompson has a comment for you.
Okay, let's see. Sometimes you get better guide exposures with less noise, switching to 16-bit on the guide camera rather than 8-bit. I think I'm at 16-bit, Simon. But I would actually welcome the thought. But I don't know if I can change that within SharpCap. I can go over to it, here. Okay, I have the camera here. But you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out of PhD 2 right now. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over to the guiding camera specifically. I don't want to be stacking it though. Alright, let's get rid of this. And let's look at mono 16s. Yeah, we're in 16-bit now. Thank you for that suggestion, though, Simon. All right, so we are where we belong. That was a good thought. That would have been nice. Oh, no wonder it was so bad. But all right. Let's go back to 1 second. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that we're not getting too much tonight, guys, but we are, again, we're trying to do several things at once here. And I'm doing this because I want to bring you with me on this whole trip so you can see what's going on and some of the issues we face. We did get a nice Orion Nebula shot. All right.
A 3-hour tour.
The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Daryl and Mark II with Meridian in the back. Okay, so not conducive to photos when we have this kind of stuff going on. I mean, I'd like to check out a Leo Galaxy or something, you know, but if we wouldn't be able to, I don't think we'll be able to get a guide star if we're gonna be looking like that. You know? Well, we can try just for fun. Should we go to M96?
Sure.
And see what happens? Alright, let's see if it can... Well, first of all, it has to find it. And we'll see what it can do. Let's first of all, we'll look at what the telescope's doing. Oh, we're going to flip around, I see. Because we're going to the east, which is out here. Michael Hedrick, I heard that the asteroid is probably not, well, very likely not going to hit us, because they actually did do a calculation of its probability of striking, and it got up to about 2%, and then it dropped down to 1%, and now it hovers at around 0.4%. That's the latest number I heard, is like 0.4% possibility.
Yeah, they were bumping it up every day, and now they've knocked the bottom out of it, and chances are minuscule according to present figures, estimates, whatever.
Yeah. All right, let's put this here. 3345. And let's go look where 3345 is. It's got to be around here somewhere.
What's 3345?
A waypoint. Oh, it doesn't... Is that not in there? NGC 3345. NGC 3345 is a double star. At least it says it's a double star. So, let's go back here.
Why would a double star
I don't know.
be fitting of an NGC number?
I do not know. Let's look up 3345 and see if maybe they got the... Oh, no, Daryl just... I think Daryl just hung up on me. Not on purpose, obviously. Okay, so that's probably a wrong number that was put in for this guy. I'm going to call him back.
Hello?
Yeah, what'd you do?
I hit the wrong button.
Okay. All right, so...
Share your screen, please.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So let's. Yeah, why is that there? I don't get why that's there. Let's see. Well, it does think it's there. 1043.32, but I'm not there. Alright, let's try this. Let's move the telescope. Alright, let's see if this gives us... okay, see, that's what I thought. We were right near it. Okay. So we will center that in the view. This is Messier 95.
Which you looking for a 96?
Yeah, but once we get 95 and we're synced, then we will be able to... Wait, what's it going? Stop. There we go. Let's get that corrected. Alright. We'll be able to then jump to all the galaxies in this region. This was 95. Okay. So it says it's this one. Alright. There we are, and then come back and solve again, and it should be right there. Alright. I don't have a lot of hope that we're going to have a good guide star. It looks like it's pretty empty over here. But let's go start up... not that. Let's go start up the guider again. It could surprise us. Alright, let's try this. Connect all. And do a star. Nah. Well, you never know. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's... Okay. Doesn't want to do that. It should be able to do that. Well, let's try it out. Let's do a 25-second shot and see if it will give us what we want. Well, it's still in the middle. It's still guiding on that. So, let's see. Oh, let me start up the stack, too. Oh, and of course there's that. Okay, look at that. Looks like a little honeycomb or cereal. Isn't that the one that has the weird... It's a barred spiral, correct? If I recall.
I think so.
Yeah.
Looks like a steering wheel, kind of.
Yeah. There we go. And then... well, I think we've already lost the guide star. No, we haven't. So the wind hasn't blown it too far away. When you have a high focal length instrument, wind becomes way more of a problem. With the wide field scope, the small movements through the wind are actually not as dangerous for us because it's such a wide field of view, like a degree and a half by a degree, that you just don't even see. You don't even see the effect of the wind. So that's okay.
Simon Thompson has a comment for you.
PhD2 settings, switch your guide camera to 16-bit. Yeah, I did. It is 16-bit. Yeah, I mentioned that before, Simon. I don't think you heard me. I actually switched over to it. And it's in mono 16 mode, not mono 8. And then it came back to this camera. I think part of the problem is the reason I'm not getting good guide stars is because of the fact that I don't have the dark library done for it yet. So when you come here, you see all this noise. Okay, that noise. No, okay, well, in PhD 2, huh? I don't know where it is in PhD 2. That might be cool to see that. Is it going to be up in here? Sound or advanced settings, I already checked that. Hey, Izabela, how you doing? Ron, what's happening? Do you know where the camera settings are in here? Yeah, okay, so if I do that, and I go here, and I go here, okay, there's the guide camera right there, and if I say disconnect, let me see if, that's that, okay, that's that profile.
Bottom of the window, he says, disconnect all.
Yeah, okay. I'll disconnect all. And now if I go here, oh, look at that. Simon, you're a genius. This might be a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's interesting because the last time I was in here, was that this I was in? I was. I didn't see that before. I saw this. And I picked my 174. Hey, Simon. Let's see how that looks. Let's see if it makes a difference. You could have just saved everything, maybe. Alright, so 2 seconds. Start with that. Uh-oh. Hang on. Let's find out. Yeah, well, that certainly aren't stars. Yeah, it's not stars in there. Well, let's see here. What if I go do this and say guide on that? 16-bit should be better. Uh-oh. Well, let's find out. Yeah, darks is definitely gonna help. I'm subtracting a dark in here too. In sharp cap.
So is the wind acting up still?
Oh yeah, look at.
I see stacked 1 and rejected 13.
Yeah, well, we've been also playing around too. And I bet you this is still... Well, this is still on there. Look, you can see the right ascension. See, RA is blue, deck is red. I don't know, it looks like it should work. But the wind... I don't understand this. This is well under my threshold, so that means... I'm not sure what that means, actually. With the guider camera, anyway.
You mean why they're rejecting when they're under your set point?
Yep. All I can think is that they're very elongated, but that would make them very high numbered, high value. So yeah, I don't get it. Well, let me go back here. Let's try Measure 96 for fun. I'll go there real quick and okay. There it is right there. All right, let's give that a try. Let's do again 25 seconds. And go in and try that. Let's see if I have to start all over again, obviously. So let's do that. Those aren't guide stars. The darks, I mean, I have 1 and 2, so that may work. No, actually it's got 3. But that obviously didn't work. We'll try again.
You might read Michael Hedrick's comment.
Yeah, okay. I will go... no, the camera setup, that should be static. You change that, and that's it. You don't have to change it again. Because if you reconnect all and it changes it back, then how could you ever change it to the other setting in the first place?
And Simon has a comment.
Yeah, you see that. OAGs have to be fine-tuned, as you know, but if you have wind, nothing personal, then it's not going to help matters. That's true. Yeah, so you're rejecting and rejecting and rejecting and rejecting. If it's guiding successfully and it's staying locked on, why is this not... Why is it rejecting that? Is it this? My full width half maximum values? Why are they not even there?
Well,
I don't know why they're not even there. I'll have to ask Robin Glover about that. He wrote Sharp Gap. See, that works fine. And we're still locked on and guiding.
You can see the right ascension and deck lines are look like they're running close together instead of all haywire across the display like earlier.
So why did it reject this one? I have no idea why it rejected that one. I have no idea why it rejected that. I have no idea why it rejected this next one. Why is it? What's the question marks? Whoops. What just? There we are. Okay. So, why am I getting question marks? I don't understand this. Simon, the EQ6R Pro is reliable, and but I have to figure out what's going on with this for sure. I did upgrade the firmware on the motor controllers yesterday. I had a problem where the right ascension was running away and just not stopping, and I had to shut off power. And so I updated the software, and it worked fine after that. So this makes no sense to me right here. No sense whatsoever. And we're locked on. We're guiding. We're guiding on 3 stars. 1, 2, 3. And it's locked on good. And I do not understand why this is happening.
Would you attribute the successful guiding now to the change to 16-bit?
Maybe. It's possible. It's definitely finer. So that's pretty good. But why is this doing this?
Yeah.
There's no reason for this to be doing this. I'm actually going to take a picture of that, and I'm going to send it to the author of the software, because he needs to see that, because that's not right at all. I had that happen before, and I tried to ask people why this was happening. If it's underneath the full width half maximum, why is it doing that? I just don't know. It could be a bug in the program. But the guiding is going great. We're locked on. We're wasting good guiding. You don't pay attention to how far up and down these go. I mean, the aggression I have at 80 and 80 seems to be good for this. Alright, well, I got that picture done, so that is of this error. I don't know what that is. Why is it doing that? I have no clue. Oh, but What if I take this out and I don't filter on it for an exposure? Alright, so I'm not going to filter on that, and we're just going to let whatever comes in come in. I want to see that number go to 2 here. It didn't. I told it not even to use this, and it's not even listening to me. Wow. Okay, well, that's telling.
Let's start over.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and see what happens. Let's try turning off the full width. We want to leave that filter on though. We really do, because it can get pretty bad. But let's see. Let's see if we can get. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So the guiding is going fine right now. So maybe I don't need the full width half maximum filter if this is locked on like it is. Let's find out. No, let's look at that. What is going on? It shouldn't even be down there. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Let's start again. Shouldn't even be down there. Oh, why is it back? Clear.
Scott Steer suggests restarting SharpCap.
I am afraid he's right. I was trying to avoid it, but okay. I'm not going to deny that that's a possible problem. So we'll start SharpCap over again. We're still guiding successfully. I've actually done that before when this has happened. Now that he reminded me. I shouldn't have lost too much cooling on the camera.
Sorry, say again?
I shouldn't have lost too much cooling on the camera. And the temperature is 0 right now. And now it's climbing. Okay. Let's do this. That's gonna be a 25-second shot. Let's just jump into a stack. Okay. And we're still locked on. Yeah, we are. Let's see if we get a second frame here, or if it's going to go reject it and show a red thing down here. Yeah, look at that. It's not what I'm not even using this filter, and it's doing that. I've turned it off. Okay, that's another thing I gotta show. Okay. The full width half maximum filter is off. And it's still doing this. I mean, what are the chances you're going to get the first one and then not the others? It is just not right. I don't get it. How about under alignment? Are we having trouble with alignment? Align frames. I wonder if I gotta. Oops, sorry. I wonder if I gotta tune the sensitivity of the alignment. Let me turn down the sensitivity. Maybe. Alright, it was at 75. I'm going to turn it down to 50. Hey, Star Voyager. Okay. Now let's go back over, because we are using a different system. Let's see what happens. Could not align. Alright. Well, then that isn't good. Alright. Let's turn the sensitivity up higher. Go past 75 and go to 85 and see what that does. Oh, I got a second one. Oh, look at that. Maybe this sensitivity had to be higher. Interesting. Okay, we're figuring things out. Okay, 6.47 is below 6.52, so I don't know what's going on. Because 6.59 came in and 6.52 is the setting. Oh man. Okay, so I don't get it. Yeah. Thought I was onto something for a split second. That certainly can't be a design feature right there. Oh man. Okay, let's try that since I'm using PhD 2. Let's see if that makes a difference. That looks like a no, but we're gonna find out. We are locked on. Guiding in PhD 2 is stellar right now. Yeah. Yeah, that is higher. But I'm not telling it to filter on that. Alright, so now I'll tell it to filter on that. And I'll bring it up just for fun. Bring it up here. Man, I don't understand. I just don't get it. Yeah, the other scope doesn't have that same problem, Donald, because it's a different guiding system altogether. Boy, I wish we could capture something because the guiding is just perfect. Yeah, so I don't get it. Why is this doing this? And I gotta just... Only stack when guiding is active. I'm not gonna tell it to automatically dither because I one problem at a time. Simon, I ran an autofocus. This is the result here. It's already focused. I don't understand why. No, it's not what I want to do. I mean, it looks like just 2 frames have some nice detail. And they're guiding. What if I turn it off again? I gotta keep things what they were, so I don't get too deep into changes. A drift graph, wow. All right. Well, thank you there, Michael. Okay, I changed the sensitivity to 85. I'm gonna go to 90. And then let's see if we just get another green. Oh. What the heck? What's this doing? How did I get into this mode? I have no idea where I am. Alright, well. Crap, get out of there. Now let's do this. Oh, come on. I don't understand. What's this yellow thing? It's like a zoom bar. I don't know how I got this zoom bar. And you should usually be able to use the mouse wheel to take this back, and it's not doing anything. I don't get it. Alright. I don't know the keys to bring that back. This is, like I said, stellar guiding.
Well, you fixed one thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Could this be a software conflict of some sort?
In the end, maybe. But I don't see how. Why is it doing that? Oh. Oh, I see what's going on. I got a shift state problem here too. Oh, come on. Why still there? That's not where I was. Oh man, what's going on? Is it right mouse? Oh boy. Okay. I found the key that was doing a stuck thing.
Huh?
I had a key that was stuck and I didn't realize it.
Keyboard key?
Yeah. Alright. That wouldn't have anything to do, though, with what our problem was, unfortunately. Alright, let's go right into the stack here. They should not have that same thing going on. Yeah, this is going to be now. Because I was in that stupid shift state mode, which I didn't realize. Okay, that's not abnormal for the first one to be up there.
We used to call that Pepsi syndrome.
What's that?
Stuck key.
Oh. Right.
Saturday Night Live many years ago had Jack Lemmon on as a guest host.
Yeah.
And he had just done China Syndrome.
Oh, yes. He was good in that.
So they did a comedy skit called Pepsi Syndrome.
Oh, that's funny. Let's pull this up to here. Give this a chance to not be a fluke. Okay. That's 3. Daisy and Zoe, good night. Thank you. Sorry that we didn't get too far here, but again, I'm taking you through all the trials and tribulations. You're going with me on the ride. Whatever mode it was in, it's out of it now. I am curious, though. I am curious that if this is guiding, I guess we still need to worry about the full width half maximum, because if there's wind, that's what that stops. We should be able to get the 2 of the Leo Triplet in here. Those might be more interesting. Don't you think?
If you can reach them, sure.
I can. So let me... Now that it looks like it's doing what it should do, let's try it.
So you think it was just a stuck key?
I honestly don't know. I mean, there might be an alt click something that was defined in there, and the alt key was stuck. Okay, let's just do this. I hate to give up my good guiding, but I'm gonna have to. That was really good. But we'll try it. We'll see what happens. All right, now let's come back to this now and head down here, and we're gonna go to this part of the Leo Triplet, and we're gonna go right there. Telescope is moving ever so slightly right there. You saw it. Now we're in the middle. Well, there's a galaxy right there.
And one to the upper left.
Yeah. So that's probably what I want to do is move the other way. What I want to do is move the other way. Alright, right there. So these are the 2 galaxies. Donald Hunter says the biggest laugh in Pepsi Syndrome sketch was Dan Aykroyd playing Jimmy Carter going to inspect the containment. Okay. Carter had a degree. Yeah, he was a submariner. Okay. Let's give this a try, and I'm going to risk it all. 35 seconds. Look out. Oh, I shouldn't do that yet. Because I don't have my guide stars yet. So let's do this. And let's see if we can find any. Oh man, that's a no. See, the wind is blowing the thing around. Why is it seeing that? See, that's the old hot pixel thing. What do we got here? Yeah, see, with the two galaxies are in there. You just have to avoid the wind. That's definitely wind. Okay. Let's. Oops. I'll do that. Oh, we got some. Alright, we got 2 stars. Let's see if that will hold. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, they're holding right now. Graphs look good. I want to thank those of you who've been offering suggestions tonight. This very helpful. You are part of the family now, so you know. I won't tell you to go to your room. Whoops. Okay.
Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Oh, for what? What are you talking about?
Well,
To fix the problem? No, that's okay. Well, this looks good so far.
this is why I looked through the eyepiece.
Yeah, but this gives me an enduring memory. Alright. Let's see now if we're back on the straight and narrow here. Okay. Okay, there's that one. We're going to get a lot more detail on these galaxies. Is that a dark lane?
Looks like.
Wow.
Ronald, this is 2/3 of the Leo Triplet. This is what, M65 and 66?
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
I'm saving with annotations now. Okay, so now we get the first 2, then that one is just out of our range. And I'm going to leave this here. I think we can actually afford to raise it a tiny bit. Yes, that's high. We don't want that. All right, let's darken up our sky background here a little bit. Help bring us some detail. Look at that. Wow. All right. I'll risk raising it up. Okay, so 10.17. Let's see how that value, see what that does to our stars. Actually, I think it'll be okay because this was over 10. It's still not high enough. I'm just going to crank it right up there. Oh, wait, let me go back and check our stars. We're still locked on. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Remember that.
I will. Simon Thompson, thank you. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna... Oops, go away. I'm gonna go back to this guy and just drop it down a little more. Like that. So that works. Our stars still look round. Alright, let's now go here and want to color correct. Okay, we're good. Alright, and oh, not this. I don't want this here. I want that down there. All right. Well, our full width half maximum values are being listened to now. All right, let's see here.
Ronald asked a question, and I just posed it to Google, and it came up saying exactly what I was thinking.
What?
Messier 65 and 66 are roughly 20 arc minutes apart in the field of view. Since field of view there is, what, 33 arc minutes across?
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say 20 arc minutes. Both galaxies are located approximately 35 million light years away from Earth, making them relatively close neighbors in the constellation Leo.
Come on, go away. It's probably going to make all kinds of small directories here because I'm trying to just rename this. That's it. Yes, finally. Okay.
Yeah, Ronald, if you look at the size of the field of view there, what is it, Mark? 33 minutes across long ways and like 22 across short ways?
Yeah, I'll show you right here. We'll come in here. And let's go back. Whoops, that's not where we are. We're here. Well, that's a nice one too, M105. Where am I here? Yeah, keep going. Here we are. Alright, so if we come in here and look, right, here's what we got. You look, it's 33 minutes by 22. That's 33.5. Right? So just over half a degree by 22.8 arc minutes.
No, just run over the thumb. Yeah. They're about 20 arc minutes apart.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is all working nice now.
Yeah.
And you'll notice we got some significant detail in here. Looks like it's been torn apart by a few things, namely an interaction probably with this galaxy.
Yeah, the Hamburger is just above.
It's just above, yeah.
And it would be in view in the other telescope, but that's the way it goes. It may have interacted with the Hamburger Galaxy.
Yeah, that's right.
Distorted it like that.
Because the Hamburger is quite nasty. This is looking more well-defined now, that's for sure.
Ronald, you said are the red errors. The red boxes means the images outside the parameters. The red images in the stack are outside the parameters to save for the stacking. Too big, I guess.
It has to do with the roundness of the star image. So for these red ones, these star images would have been elongated. Because it can actually see where the wind was in this exposure so far. Right here, from here on out, there's been no wind. In our guiding program, as you can see, locked on, locked on, locked on. We actually got 3 stars we're guiding on, and these are spurious locked on noise, but these are the ones that are actually guiding the actual exposure, these 3. So we're good.
Mark, could you excuse me a moment, please?
Yes, sir.
Be right back.
This is good color too. Look at that, guys. Wow. That never seen. This is gorgeous. Let's see if we can give that just a little more detail. Oh yeah, there we go. Not bad. David, the guy that was helping us last night, he was out here. And I'm not sure what this is. Oh man, is that a cloud coming? I better check. I'd hate to find that there's a cloud over our heading for our image. I'm going to save it anyway. Well, whatever it is, it's encroaching. Yeah, I don't think I like this blob here. I like that. Let's take a look. Wow. Stars are nice. Let's pull that down. Hey, Lewis. All right. When you look in these galaxies, you wonder, is there anybody in these galaxies looking back at us? Hey, it's something I think about. Alright, let me check the weather out there. Well, I don't see any clouds, so I'm not sure what that is. Okay. That's strange. Alright, so we have 18. These colors are really pretty. First of all, you got a lot of things going on in here. You have the yellow stars, which are the older stars. You have the blue younger star clouds here, and you have the dark dust in the galaxy.
It does show it nicely.
Yeah.
I think the Pepsi syndrome is your problem all along.
Which was Pepsi syndrome?
Yeah, what I said earlier. The stuck key.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm surprised that it's working now as well as it is. But I guess it's possible, yeah. I guess it's possible.
Yeah. Pepsi fiends are all alike.
Yeah.
I've worked with Pepsi fiends before.
Wow. Look at that. That's really pretty. I'm going to try and enhance that a little more. Well, look at that. Look at what we pulled out of there. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to save that. That is nice.
Ronald, do you mean how many Earths can be in these two galaxies? Millions, billions.
Way more than billions. Probably trillions of billions. Look at this. This beautiful shape. This is definitely a galaxy telescope, no doubt about it.
Yeah. So, no more eating crackers at the computer, Mark.
I'm not eating anything. But yeah, no more stuck keys. Because as illogical as that sounds, I can't deny that it's not working, and that it's not working, and that's kind of crazy. Okay. All right, that's M65 and 66. So we'll get out of here. All right. Okay, now let's stop guiding over here. That was a beautiful guide. So let's now go to Stellarium now and head back to our main object we're looking at here. Now we're going to go to the Hamburger.
Yeah.
And round it out. Alright, up we go.
Donald Kunzer said, was it a alphanumeric key or a function key?
It was an alt key.
Uh-huh.
And you can do shift states like alt click, and that might have been part of the problem. Yeah, let's try this. Just want to take a picture and see what else. Oh, there it is. There's the hamburger. Okay, good. Okay, so before I start, let's go here. See if we've got a guide star to look at. Ooh, this might be a tough one. Might be tough. Well, let's find out. Yeah, it doesn't have any stars of note. Well, since that's the hamburger, let's try moving around. This is where the field rotator would come in.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, so it's right there. And let's go back and see if we moved any guide stars into the field. It's not guiding on anything. Don't you try to fool me.
Looks like you have a couple of good ones there in the upper right.
I see that. Let's see if it will find them. Okay, well. Let's go up here. And let's guide with it and see if it'll stay. It's actually a very perfect guide star, actually, if you think about it. I'm thinking about it. Are you thinking about it? I'm thinking.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah. All right. I mean, the hamburger's right here. So.
Barely see it.
Yeah. No, you can't. Here's the live stack. All right, we're still guiding. And let's see what we get. This should stay the same. Oh, that's pretty.
Huh.
Okay. This has wisps off the end, which are really interesting.
Yeah.
This will be our last object for tonight, by the way.
It's the lettuce on the hamburger, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's right. Nice. Okay. Hey guys, thank you for bearing with me and thank you for your suggestions, because some of them seem to have been instrumental in helping us along, because this is a new foray into the guiding realm for me. I mean, I've sat at prime focus and guided countless times with a reticle and a very, very faint guide star many times. Uh-oh, that one should not have been rejected.
Uh-oh.
Let's make sure that we didn't lose our guide star. We did not. Shouldn't have lost our guide star. I mean, shouldn't have. That should not have been rejected. Oh man, what's it doing now? I don't get what it's doing now.
Key stuck again?
No, not this time.
Oh well.
No, I mean, we are right on that centroid though. That one's bad. I can agree that that one would be out. I don't know, Michael. I'm not sure. Let's see here. It's climbing. That means that something is kicking up out there. Simon, hey, thank you so much for coming on with us. We'll see you again. Okay. I'm not sure why those are red when they're below the threshold, but we have a green one now.
Could a wind gust over the course of the exposure time for one frame do that?
If so, then that number should be in like 16, you know, like massive. But I maybe don't have quite a good understanding then of how this is working on this. But it's our full width half maximum filter, which makes sense. All right, well, let's go back in here and let's pull this over here. Get a little more out of this.
Somebody asked a moment ago about the gradient in the upper right.
Yeah, I don't.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm not sure. This is an older camera, and as an older camera, I do know that it has some donuts of debris on the sensor. I do know it has diagonal streaks that appear at times, usually during a full moon. So I think that the camera should probably be sent out for servicing.
It's faint, but if you notice the dark line across the center, really sharp there on the upper left end. Kind of a round knob on the end, and then the faint outer halo of the galaxy is showing around it.
Yeah.
And on the other end, the lower right, looks like that dark bar looks like it actually splits in two.
Looks like it goes all the way out in here, and this could have interacted with that other galaxy.
Yeah.
M66 or 65? 66. No, 65. Sorry. Okay, we're coming back down. Hey, Nerd Farm Astro, what's going on? I actually, in Nerd Farm, that's actually interesting because it could very well be the infrared sensor on the camera that's right here. Okay, it could be the infrared sensors, but I don't. There's no light leak into the camera, so not sure how that could cause it. And we have a long shield up here, so it's not coming in at the top. But you're right, it could be a light leak with the infrared camera. And I probably should wrap, at least I should wrap the camera back end here with something appropriate and make sure there's no light leaks into the filter wheel either. Which filter wheel is pretty well sealed, but Nerd Farm, that's a good thought. Thank you.
I would wonder if the light from the infrared could be impinging on the outer face of that roof edge up to the upper right, because that looks like that might be high enough to shine down into the dew shield.
I would put it past it. The roof, by the way, you see where the roof is, guys? The roof here, it's a full 1.5 feet into the building. That's as far as it goes. So that's something we're getting taken care of. This was a pre-existing building that we were offered, so I have to get that fixed so we have that off to the side. And you're right, that's actually a pretty big high thing, but the end of the dew shield's right here. But it is looking into the east. So you're right, I think that could be infrared glow.
Nerd Farm says he turns off his observatory cameras when imaging. Yeah. You can test by turning off the observatory camera.
Yeah, I mean, during a exposure, that's not a bad idea. But I have to see if I can turn off this camera. I can shut down the preview, but I don't know if that turns off the infrared lights. It may. Well, I got them coming out there to replace the USB hub, USB connector to the PC, and the USB cable going from the hub to this mount. Right there, what you're seeing right here, that's the USB hub on the pier. That's actually the handset on the pier. Okay, the pier is 63 inches tall, 8 inches in diameter, about 175 pounds. And this USB hub is unpowered, and I want a powered USB hub because the camera is plugged into it. And ultimately, the filter wheel, the guiding camera, and the mount is plugged into the USB hub, all being powered down here at the right-hand side by a little mini computer through a USB 3.0. And I'm probably pushing the limits. So I'm going to replace it, and we're going to power the hub and at least get the power to the 2 cameras and the filter wheel and the mount on their own, essentially on their own power supply.
You said the pier was like 175 pounds?
Yes.
Did they fill it with anything? Concrete?
No, that's just the base steel without anything in it. I did a dampening test with the pier, and we did another one last night when David was out there, when he was aligning. And when we did a dampening test, I was looking at the screen at the same time, looking at the stars and watching for how long. And I had a timer ready to time how long it takes for the vibrations to dampen out. They damped out so fast it didn't even have time to hit the start button. It was within a second. Okay, because he hit the pier and went, and it stopped. So there's big tall gussets at the bottom too, which are actually were put in by the pier maker, which is Frank Lopez. And the dampening was really quite astonishing. I was so happy to see that. I'm just gonna go to 10 exposures here if we'll get there. Let's go see if we're still guiding. I imagine we are. Yeah, we are. Look at that. Nerd Farm. He was getting agita when he was watching us having trouble with PhD 2. I'm guessing you've been there too. Okay, this is. I'm gonna save this under 65 and 66. It's okay. Save exactly a scene.
Right. This is one that deserves another look once we got all the bugs out of the system.
Oh, I agree.
Because the detail just still starting to come out. Oh, and yeah. if you see that now, the dark bar there on the lower right side, it looks like it splits into two, like a narrow V shape.
It does. And you can see, look at this part here.
Yeah. And
actually,
then
let me see if I can pull that detail out. Hold on.
The end at the upper left looks like a burned out match. You know, it's kind of a round match head shape to it.
Yeah, right here.
Yep. And
you see it goes right here and then like this.
There's a thin spot just right of center too. And a thin spot just left of center. Interesting. And the faint fuzz on the lower right really extends too.
It does. You can see it all the way out here.
And that's probably the interaction with 65 or 66, whichever one's below it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Once we get the roof off the building fully, then we won't have the problem of the infrared camera causing any problems.
Okay.
All right. That's cool. So now I'm going to just...
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, maybe. I'm actually pleased with how this is doing now. Right. Again, I got to thank Simon Thompson for coming through on that one. That was good.
Will it retain the last settings you gave it?
Yeah, it has the calibration that I did like several days ago, and you don't have to redo it, and it will retain these settings that I added. Yes.
All right.
Okay. Now, while we're here, let's just go over here. Back out here. And let's come over here. I want to try and end on a high note here, so I'd be willing to do one more. Should we try Thor's helmet? Yes. Okay, we're going to try and go to Thor's helmet. So there's the telescope.
Did you actually look at Messier 41 or just the...
oh yeah, no, I took a photo of it.
Spectrograph of it.
No, I photographed it too.
Right.
So, telescope is spinning around to get into the western sky, which is that side of the building. Because we're actually a little past the Meridian right now. Which you'll see here in a second when I do this. Alright, let's okay, so supposedly It's nearby. Whee!
Ronald, yes, the dark lane is part of the galaxy. That's like the central, should define the central plane of the galaxy.
Yeah. Okay.
Nerd Farm, this is not the Mead with Hyperstar. This is a Celestron 11.
Yeah, this is a Observatory 2 that we're using. Okay, we're gonna, as soon as we got that, we're gonna plate solve and resync, and we should be able to get this to drive it right to Thor's helmet. And there it is. Okay. Alright, so there's Thor's helmet. It does take up the entire field. It's beautiful. So we should have plenty of guide stars to select from in here. So we're going to start it up by taking a picture. A little brighter. Add a little brightness to the picture. Okay. Let's get some guide stars. Oh, look at that. Plenty of guide stars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is going to be solid guiding. Okay. Now let's do a 30-second shot of Thor's helmet here. And we'll go into our live stack. Let's remove the low light mode, go into deep sky mode. These are our filters down here. We have a Meridian, which is kind of like a narrow band filter set all in one. UHCS, which is a little more broad band and lets you see more in there. SA100, which is the spectroscopic thing. Hey, look at that. That was great, huh? No. I think gotta come over here. Now tracking is on. Okay, that's odd. Why did it do that? Did I lose my tracking? I did. How about that? After all those stars, I lost my tracking. That's crazy. How did I lose so many stars? Alright, let's try this again. I may want to change that too, because it's going to guide every 2 seconds. Well, there's Thor's helmet anyway. It's a beautiful region. This is a nebula caused by that star right there. Okay, and that star right there is called a Wolf-Rayet star. It's extremely hot, has very, very powerful stellar winds. And those stellar winds are responsible for driving the entire outer envelope of the star out. And let's bring this down. And the entire outer envelope of the star has been ejected from the star. And thus we have nothing left but the core of the star. And the core of the star is that right there. I forget how far away this is, but it's definitely a pre-supernova. It's going to be a supernova. But we're not going to be in danger by it, I promise. Okay, obviously, I lost my stars again. How is that possible? How could I have so many stars and then they all went away? Alright, that's a different set. Let's try that. it's about the same. Alright. Let's look at this. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, now you'll notice where we're pointing exactly at the opposite side of the roof. So it'd be cool to see if we get a glow here from the infrared. And it's true, the infrared will bother us. The guiding is causing this little band down here. Right, so the loss of the guiding caused that, but I think we're still going to be good. I think we're going to be solid here. Okay. I don't know why the color correction did that. Ultra red, why did it do that? Yeah, see, that was a mistake. Okay. So this star is, its surface temperature is probably 50,000 Kelvin, maybe higher. And they're among the hottest stars and the most powerful stars with their stellar winds. It's just so incredibly powerful that's what happens. They blew off all their outer layers, and this particular star has a lot of oxygen in it. And oxygen is, the third most abundant element in the entire universe. Next after that is carbon. So it stands to reason that life in the universe is probably going to be based on carbon because there's so much of it. And so that's an interesting factor. So 7 successful. I think we're solid on the guiding now. I spoke too soon. Wow. I just don't get that. It finds them, so why can't it stay on them when I tell the guide? My aggression factor is not good enough, or are they too high? That's the question.
When it was working well, it was guide stars you designated yourself, right?
Yeah, but I actually told it to select multiple stars. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 stars that we're guiding on right now. So this should not get lost. This should stay. But the thing is, if there's wind and it pushes things around, then we could lose those. We could lose the guide stars. That's true. This guiding is encroaching on the bottom of the nebula too, so I should have moved it up a little. Okay.
Well, you've only rejected one image.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me come in here and set the target. Save with annotations, so that can be saved out. By the way, if you want to know where all this stuff is, you go to skytourlive.org, guys, and you scroll down and take your time to read, and you'll see one particular entry that says, take me to get cool pictures. And it's going to take you to where all these pictures are getting stored, so you can then download them yourselves and enjoy them. We give away the pictures that we take. Alright, so that's that guy. And you get the ping files. So, for instance, this file right here, as we speak, it's on its way up to the server, and that's what's going up. So you can download it and check it out if you want. Yeah, I gotta work on this thing here. This is the See how the guiding, this shows you where the guiding error is.
Yeah.
And it looks like guiding is worse than declination. Uh-oh, hold on.
Looks like you got streaks to a lot of stars now, too.
Yeah, I unstacked it too, so it must have been a previous one. Okay. Well, we're going to have to clear that. Luckily, I saved one of them anyway. Alright, well, we're still working on things, guys, but you know what? It's alright. These are the growing pains with a new system. So, we're going to head on out now, and I hope you guys have a good evening, and we will be back. This is Thor's helmet, and I have to be up early tomorrow, but okay. Doesn't matter, I guess. Alright, so guys, have a good night, and I know it wasn't as fun as it could have been, but, you know, that's okay. We'll make it all work. You gotta understand, this is the most incredible thing we've ever done. It's just, we have 2 observatories now, and they both operate fully, and this one is just working out the growing pains, but it's looking good, and we're very pleased with it. So I hope you guys have a good evening. Thank you so much for coming, and Daryl, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And for those of you that offered suggestions, like Simon and others, thank you so much, and we will do we will figure out what's going on. Donald Kunzer says, but you did debug the problem. Yes, we did debug the problem thanks to all of you in the chat who are helping. And because I'm doing 10 things at once here, so it's so helpful when someone makes a suggestion, I can just follow it. That was very nice. Thank you. All right, guys. You have a good night, and we'll catch up with you on the flip-flop, all right? We'll see you later.
Good night, everybody.
Stars so bright in the sky, on Arizona nights they fly. Nebulae in colors rare, galaxies beyond compare. Sky tour in the night so clear, brings the universe near. Real-time wonders to see, streaming light for you and me. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the views, every night feels brand new. In the dark, the night unfolds, stories of the cosmos told. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Far away, up so high, across the stars beyond the skull. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Lift your eye up so high, across Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the views. Every night feels brand